MLB Network's coverage of baseball on this Wednesday night brings us to Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers. The Indians look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Victor Alcantara gets the starting nod for the Tigers in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Digging in, Kazuhito Tanaka. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
What a season this guy's having. He's right up there among the RBI leaders, and he's awfully dangerous with runners on base.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
In now, Evan Longoria, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. And this is going to dunk in out there, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
The first baseman.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle of the order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
Standing in, Don Barry, and he's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year honors. If he can avoid a collapse here in the final months, it's been a great first campaign in the big leagues for him so far. From the stretch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. So guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Roll, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to find a way, Dan. You know as well as I do. You got to look in the mirror. You're playing for way more, especially the way this team is underachieved. You got to keep grinding. You got to find a way to put your foot on the gas and show up to the yard every day ready to go.
And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
Standing in now, Omar Narvaez, as he hits one on a line to left field. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's gone a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And it's fouled away. VR is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation. You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
Willie Hayes.
Striding into the box, Willie Hayes. He's currently 4th in the AL in RBIs, and he's got a chance to add to that total right here.
Well, this is a small sample size because the season is still so young, but I don't have any doubt he's going to be near the top of a bunch of the leaderboards when this season is all said and done.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But there to take it is Cabrera, and with that, the side is retired. Indians forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Cleveland's out in front, 1-0. Eddie Harris is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're getting a chance to look at one of the top pitchers in the game. He has a career ERA in the low 1s, so he's been doing his thing for a long time, and boy, it sure makes it a lot easier on your offense when you know, heck, you go out and score 2 runs, you've got a pretty good chance to win a game when this guy's on the mound.
At the plate, Harrison Holloway. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Holloway.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. As we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Tanaka ranges into foul territory as he makes the catch out near the wall for out number 1. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in the 6th spot. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
So striding in, Kelvin Johnson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Marshall Matheson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to second. Hernandez is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. They're down 1-0. Into the box now, Elvis Andrus, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Elvis Andrus.
Here it comes now to Andrus. This is line to left. Hunter is there, and he has it for the out.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Detroit Tigers. And let's focus on former Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera. He's dabbled all over the diamond, from outfield to third base, and has seemed to have found a home at first base. Everybody who plays this game wants to get a knock, to get on first base, to just be able to pick his brain on how he goes about it.
Ready now, Torres. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first, and no one will track it down. Pitch on the way. Behind 0-2 now. There's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted down the line in left, but this will land untouched. Pulled toward right center field. Johnson sprinting after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kazuhito Tanaka.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Kazuhito Tanaka. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Line drive to left. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Love the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Into the box, Evan Longoria. Line towards center field. Johnson is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Indians strand a couple. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Eldridge Robinson. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Robinson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. In the air to straightaway right. Longoria has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And this team right here is known for kicking the ball around. They have the lowest fielding percentage in the entire league, and it could come back to haunt them in this one.
Now at the plate, Ben Wallace. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Fouled away. High and deep to left center field. Tanaka ranging back. Still ranging back. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So a solo shot here to left center field. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as the Tigers have made this a 1-1 ball game.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Into the box now, Javier Pierce, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Comes into his first at bat at 283, 23 homers and 79 RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout. One out, nobody on. Hit out toward second. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, Jerome Hunter.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Jerome Hunter batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Left side. And Andrus will not be able to get there. It's a base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
He's set. Here it comes. Bottom part of the zone. A good changeup gets the call. Hunter leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit. Maybe
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready for another chance? Don Barry. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Barry.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out. So with one gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Omar Narvaez, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
This is pulled into right. Robinson is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Number 2, Jonathan VR.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. First pitch on its way. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Johnson moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Back now with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Nicolas Castellanos to start out the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
Coming to the plate now, Harrison Holloway. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The windup and the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch, and now you've got to deal with an 0-2 count.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. VR has it in his tracks. And that's the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 8, Kelvin Johnson.
At the plate, Kelvin Johnson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled off. The 0-1 pitch. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Plate now is the designated hitter, Willie Hayes. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Willie Hayes.
First delivery to him on the way. Hard on the ground toward short, and that'll get by into left field, so he's on to lead off the inning. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game, as he has been on fire this month.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. We got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. Runner goes for second. In there. Now the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
This catcher has an elite arm. But when you get that great of a jump at first base, it makes it a lot easier to steal second.
Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball left side. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
What a hot streak. Stay hot, my friend. Up over 290. He is flirting with that 300, elusive 300 batting average mark.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. In the air out to straightaway left. Hunter moves over, and that's the first out of the inning. And they decide not to push things here with one away as he'll hold on at third base.
Now that second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. The second for one on to Cabrera, but it's too late, and they'll just get the one.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kazuhito Tanaka. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Hernandez rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Digging in, Evan Longoria. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Swing and a liner. Tanaka stands at second with 2 gone. Cabrera trying to get there. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Cue shot here out towards short. And this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Indians 3 and the Tigers 1. In now, Marshall Matheson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Into the box now, Elbridge Robinson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Ben Wallace.
In now, Ben Wallace, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
1-2 to the Tigers catcher. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. Score holds. It's 3-1. Now to the plate, Don Berry.
The first baseman, Don Berry.
He's set, and the pitch. Line hard, but this is a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Johnson going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now
that was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with show track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Standing in now, Omar Narvaez, as he lines it out to center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Throw won't get him.
Even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at third.
Into the box, Jonathan Villar, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Hunter is there. Let's see if they test it. And even with 2 outs now, they won't risk running on that arm out there, as he's forced to sit tight at third base.
Willie Hayes.
So coming to the plate, Willie Hayes, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. Hit hard to the right, but foul. The 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And it's a 4-1 game.
When it left the bat, I thought the outfielder had a beat on it. Gave it a heck of an effort, going high for it, but he just can't bring it down. The run came across to score, and he's safely at second, hoping his teammates can return the favor.
Stepping in now, Elvis Andrews. Strike called, now the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Hayes at third with 2 away. Line drive to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A run for the Indians on the RBI double. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's now 4-1 in favor of the Indians. Back from Comerica Park in Detroit as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs. But he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Thank you, Heidi. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Now batting, Jerome Hunter. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
The hitter in this situation has to understand that this pitcher is on the attack, looking for a quick inning. If there's something in the heart of the plate, you better pull the trigger on it.
0-1 count and the pitch. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And that one is good. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And the Tigers have cut the deficit. Now it's a 4-2 ball game.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Nick Castellanos now as he hits it weakly on the ground toward first. Played on the backhand. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. 1 for the Tigers, and it comes on this solo home run. 5 innings complete. It's the Indians 4 and the Tigers 2. Blaine Hardy takes over to start the sixth inning on the mound.
Number 36, Blaine Hardy.
Digging in once again, Torres. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Labor Torres.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down, he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 23 for him thus far. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up a home run.
In now, Cesar Hernandez. He swings and lines it to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Kazuhito Tanaka.
Into the box now, Kazuhito Tanaka. Line towards center field. Johnson is right there, one down.
The right fielder, number 10, Evan Longoria.
Striding in for the Indians, Evan Longoria. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
The first baseman, number 9, Don Berry.
In now for Cleveland, Don Berry. First pitch on its way. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. Now a long throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. So the base hit there plates their second run of the inning and brings us to our league leaderboard in terms of RBIs. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Digging in to try it again, Omar Narvaez. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. From the stretch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
The center fielder, number 2, Jonathan Villar.
Now at the plate, Jonathan Villar. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is line to left. Hunter is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Indians 6 and the Tigers 2. So back at the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Harrison Holloway. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Hard on the ground towards short. On to first with it is Andrus, and it's in time, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 8, Kelvin Johnson.
Next up for Detroit, Kelvin Johnson. Here's the first pitch to him. And a curveball in for a strike. A bouncer to the left side. Andrus fields it cleanly. And very quickly they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Third baseman, number 00, Marshall Matheson.
Digging in now, Marshall Matheson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, he failed to pull the bat off his shoulder in that one, Matty. Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
Pulled toward right center field. Hernandez has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with the report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Indians offense with Cleveland's manager, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters, from their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Willie Hayes.
Willie Hayes.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Robinson going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 68 now as he draws ever closer, and the lead is now 7-2.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Tyson Ross will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year. Standing in now, Elvis Andrus. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. How about that? A solo home run for Elvis Andrus. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Wow, back-to-back to start the inning. Talk about putting a pitcher on notice. On the mound, you almost have to completely forget about those and try to convince yourself you're starting the inning over fresh. No one on, no one out.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Torres.
Torres.
Line drive to left. Hunter is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
In now, Cesar Hernandez. Line to the right side. But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Kazuhito Tanaka.
Striding in once again, Kazuhito Tanaka. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lined hard toward right center. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So the 2-out hit extends the inning for Evan Longoria next.
The right fielder, number 10.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Into the box, Evan Longoria, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Johnson is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. It's stretch time in Motown. It's the Indians 8 and the Tigers 2. Leading off the inning, Eldridge Robinson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And this will be taken in by Longoria for the first out.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher, Ben Wallace.
Settling in now, Ben Wallace. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Heading out toward shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Pierce.
Stepping into the box, Javier Pierce. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Popped him up. Torres has room in foul territory. And that retires the side. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Tigers. Still 8-2. Digging in and looking for more, Don Barry. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Back up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Into the box now, Omar Narvaez. That's a strike to throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
Liner toward right center. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. And he is in there. Moving closer towards our conclusion now. 8-2 the count in this one, as our line score will give you a look at how we got to this point in the contest. So stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Has a look, now the pitch. Fouled away. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location.
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Now at the plate, Willie Hayes. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. VR stands at first with 1 out. Squared that one up just a little late. Lifted in the air to center field. Johnson is there. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
Now in the box, Elvis Andrus. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Here it comes now to Andrus. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Indians on top, 9-2. Coming to the plate now, Jerome Hunter. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run. Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Hernandez gloves it, and quickly there's 1 down to lead off the frame. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he currently sits 3rd in the AL in that category. Digging in, Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good cut that time by Cabrera, but he couldn't come up with it. It's 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2. Looking to send him packing again. Fouled off. One out, nobody on. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Stepping in now, Nicholas Castellanos, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. No hits to this point. a 1-0 delivery. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers. They're down by a touchdown. It's 9-2. At the plate, Torres went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point.
The third baseman, Labor Torres.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Ready once again, Cesar Hernandez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Robinson is right there as he takes it for the second out.
The batter, the left fielder, Kazuhito
Striding in
Tanaka.
and working on a terrific performance in this one, Kazuhito Tanaka. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Here's the first pitch to him. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. In now, Evan Longoria as he drives a liner to right center. That's in there. Base hit. Tanaka rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score as they push their lead to 8 now.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Shane Green comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Shane Green.
Into the box, Don Ferry, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
The batter, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Omar Narvaez. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Robinson going back, and it's gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year as this lead got even wider. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Yeah, Matty V. And hey, you don't see this very often, D-Roll. A lot of runs scored and a lot of home runs. This is a big ballpark here, Comerica Ballpark in Detroit.
Yeah, Dan, it's interesting. You walk in, and at first glance, Comerica Park doesn't look like it plays that small. But then you do the advanced stats on it. A lot of guys going deep in this yard.
The batter, the designated hitter, Willie.
Next will be the designated hitter, Willie Hayes. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, Dero, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no doubles defense, I kind of never understood it to begin with. I felt like the pitcher, if he can execute the game plan, could keep the ball in front of the outfielders, but right there, boy, I was wrong. That worked.
Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up. The Tribe lead this one 13-2. So striding forward now, Harrison Holloway. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Holloway.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Standing in now, Kelvin Johnson, as he rips it on the ground to second. Hernandez takes it in. Throw on to first will be in time, and now the Tigers are down to their final out.
Third baseman, number 00, Marshall Matheson.
Next for the Tigers, Marshall Matheson. First pitch coming. Here it is. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left. Last breath for the Tigers. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up. Stepping in now, Elbridge Robinson, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
13-2 is the rather one-sided final tally. The Cleveland Indians took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Eddie Harris wins his 19th decision of the season, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. Tonight's paid attendance at Comerica Park, a sellout of 41,299. The Tigers thank you for attending tonight's game and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.